said, we could come back, right? And you could choose whatever way. You could be wicked and then you'll come into the kingdom of heaven, right?
No, well, I mean, like, it's not like we're purposely like, I'm going to be wicked for a while.
Yeah. So you don't think your actions are premeditated? For example, the Bible, go to Exodus, right? Go to Exodus 20, give me thou shalt not steal. Because you're saying you're not choosing to do these things, right? So let me ask you, just hold on, I'm going to let you speak. We're going to read this, and then you tell me if you choose to do this or you don't choose to do this. Right, read that. Thou shalt not steal.
The book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 15. Thou shalt not steal.
Now, is that a choice to steal or not a choice to steal? That's a choice to steal. Give me, thou shalt not commit adultery.
The book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 14. Thou shalt not commit adultery.
Do you choose to commit adultery or do you accidentally fall into a woman? You choose to do that, right? Hold on, wait. Look at the point. You staying with me, right? Look at the point. Thou shalt not covet.
The book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 17. Thou shalt not covet.
Do you choose to covet something or do you not choose? So all of these things that you're saying, you have a choice. So when it comes down to it, right? Psalms 26 and verse 2, the Lord is going to know that you had that choice. He's going to know you had the choice. He's not going to reward you for doing something wicked. The story of Cain and Abel, why was Cain not rewarded? No, exactly. But before that, he didn't do what the Lord asked him to do, right? The Lord asked him to bring a sacrifice of meat. He brought a sacrifice of fruit. The Lord was upset with that. Then he killed his brother in anger, right? He was put to death because of a choice he made. He was punished because of choices he made. You understand? It wasn't that he just was walking through life aimlessly and wasn't judged. You're going to be judged based upon the actions that you create in this life. You're not going to get away with it. That's not how it's going to work. You're not going to say, I'm covered by grace and everything is okay and the Lord is going to wash everything away from me. You're going to be judged based upon what you do. Read that, watch.
Psalm 26 and verse 2.
Now this is David, right? The Lord called David a man after his own heart, after his own mind, a man that thought like the Lord. Listen to what David said. Read.
Examine me, O Lord, and prove me.
He said, prove me. Prove me. What is that? Why is he saying prove me? No. He's saying, look at what I do right and look at what I do wrong. Examine my mind and figure out, am I moving properly? You stay with me? Or am I moving incorrectly? He wanted to be judged. But what our people do is we read the Bible and we say, we're never going to be judged. God is going to let me get away with everything. David understood that judgment came with his actions. That's what comes with your actions, regardless of grace. You will be judged. All grace is the opportunity, like a bill, right? When you get a bill. The grace period is time to pay the bill. You still have to pay the bill before your water gets cut off. So God is going to cut your water off if you do not pay the bill of righteousness. Understand that. Read that again.
Examine me, O Lord, and prove me. Try my reins and my heart.
He told the Lord to try my reins and try my mind. Go into my mind and figure out, if I'm stealing, why am I doing it? So if you're stealing, the Lord is examining why you're stealing. If you're committing adultery, He's examining why you're committing adultery. So the Lord can see what's in your mind. You're not going to be able to say, Lord, I did it by accident. You said, is that my own? My own what? Okay. Give me Wisdom of Solomon 1 and 13. The Lord didn't create that in you. You understand? Give me before you go there, give me Ecclesiastes, I think it's 7 and 29. I have made men upright. Right? The Lord made you upright. The Lord made you with a proper mind. An Israelite man was made with a proper mind. What happens is, you are born, you have no understanding of who you are. Then the world begins to pump nonsense into your mind. But you're grown now, right? You're a grown man. You have the ability to know what's right and wrong. You agree with me, right? You can look at something and say, I shouldn't steal that. You can do that now. So guess what happens now? You are held accountable for your actions. Right. You can't say somebody put that in my brain, because you know not to commit adultery now, correct? You know not to steal now, correct? All right, so you'll be held accountable. With Ecclesiastes 7 and 29.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7 and verse 29. Lo, this only have I found, that God hath made man upright.
So this is Solomon talking, the wisest man that ever lived. I have made man upright. I gave you a proper mind. You put the wickedness in there. When you see that woman walking with a fat booty and you know you're not married to her, you shouldn't be looking at that. If you choose to continue to do that, you're making that decision. You're making that decision, not God. You can't say God is the reason that I'm doing this. It's your fault and you will be held accountable. Read it again.
Lo, this only have I found, that God hath made man upright, but they have sought out many inventions.
They sought out wickedness. You choose to seek out wickedness. You don't open your Bible and read it and say we're the Israelites and we're supposed to keep God's commandments. You go and you chase women. You go and figure out how to make a quick buck. We do that. We can't say God is not down here saying, hey brother, you need to rob somebody. God is not doing that. Is God doing that? Huh? You say you're doing that, correct. You taking accountability. Are you going to take accountability is the question. That brother right there said, I'm doing that. Are you doing that? Wickedness. So everybody's doing wickedness. That's what you believe. The men you see in purple are repenting and keeping the commandments of God. That's what we're doing differently than you. And that brother, he may change because he admits he's doing wickedness. That's the first step to changing. James 1:14, watch. It's in the Old Testament, I'm going to show it to you in the New Testament. You can never blame God for you doing something wicked. Okay, we're going to read it. I don't want you to think that grace means you'll get away with your wickedness. How am I twisting your words? Explain to me. Explain.
My whole question is, we all have a destiny that God already knows.
Yep.
So whatever you're going to do,
yep,
whatever this yelling, all this, God already knew you were going to do this.
Yep.
So then, whatever you're doing, you think you have the way to do. You think you're making this choice later.
Okay, listen to my point, right? You say you think you're making the choices, but you are not. So with that mindset, that means I could do wickedness. So what should I do then? You see, you're the one who said it. You don't even understand your own thought. You said God created you and your will is predetermined. That's what you're saying, right? So with that mindset, what should you do? Should you keep the commandments or not? It's all a belief. So we should walk around in confusion according to you. Because you're saying it's all a belief. It doesn't matter if you keep the commandments or not. Because God already predestined if you're going to live or die. So you don't have to do what God tells you to do. Okay, read this. This is what I'm talking about, Luis, right? We walk around in confusion and we say, we're not supposed to do it. We do whatever the hell we want. Or you can be good, you can be bad. It's up to you because God predestined. Didn't God give you a mind to think? He did, right? Why would he do that? So he can try your reins. We just read it. So he can prove exactly. What is he proving you on if he already predestinated it? You have to make sure that you get what you want. If you want the kingdom, your name is written in the book of life. It's up to you to blot it out. That is the choice you have. Right. That's the choice you have, to write it out. That is your destiny. Either you're going to be in the kingdom because you keep the commandments, or you're going to die because you walk around and say, you can do whatever you want, doesn't really matter. James 1:14, read.
James chapter 1 and verse 14. But every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust.
See what God said? You're tempted of your own lust, the things that are in your spirit that you haven't purged out with the commandments. Not because God is forcing you to do it. You have lust in you that you haven't dealt with. Read it again.
But every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust and enticed. When the lust have conceived, it bringeth forth sin.
It bringeth forth sin. When the lust in your mind, because you choose not to do what the Bible says, you don't make that choice for life. You choose to be written out the book of life, and you choose to die, you will go with that sin. You will commit adultery. You will sleep with a woman that you're not married to. You will steal. You will do all these things that God tells you not to do. Read.
When it is finished, bringeth forth death.
It does what?
Bringeth forth death.
So you created your own death. You are the one who creates your own death. Not the Lord. You're going to kill yourself. That's the choice you have. I put you on earth as a vessel. You choose if you want to be a vessel for righteousness or a vessel for destruction. Some of the people that you are looking at are here to blow up when the Lord comes back. That's all they're here for. You choose if you want to be walking charcoal on earth. The men you see in purple are going to keep the commandments of God. We want to lead with Christ when he comes to rule forever. Because that's what the church says, right? They say Christ is coming back, he's going to rule forever. He's not taking people who aren't going to listen to him to rule forever.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Nope.
Why would there be a rapture and then he got to argue with Negroes in the kingdom about they making their own decisions? Does that make any sense? He's going to kill you. That's what's going to happen. But we don't understand this Bible. We read it like it's a fairy tale and we got a choice. You choosing to get your head cut off or you choosing to live? It's not a hard choice. That's pretty much an easy one for me. But you make it if you want to. Read that again.
Then, when lust hath conceived, it bringeth forth sin. And sin, when it is finished, bringeth forth death.
Right? Wisdom of Solomon 1:13. I'm showing you all this to show you. You think it's a choice, right? Lord has created vessels for death and destruction and vessels for honor. But you get an option to choose which one you are. You can control that. You can control thou shalt not steal. Right? You can control thou shalt not commit adultery. You can control that. To take this theory of just, it doesn't matter, the Lord predestined what I'm going to do, so I don't have to think about it. I'll just do whatever I'm doing. The Lord is going to judge you for it. See, what the white man puts in your head is, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, but it does.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.